I'm Ruth Lang for the Alliance Review. I'm here at the University of Mount Union, where Governor John Kasich addressed approximately 900 Buckeye Girls State delegates. He shared his experiences in the legislature and Congress, as well as life.
Just quiet? Come on. First of all, I want to tell you that I have a certain perspective that might be different than some people. I had a mother who was very smart and very opinionated, and she was somebody that always stood up, and she always fought for the things that she believed in, even when it caused fights and arguments within our own family, which was healthy. And I admired my mother so much and loved my mother so much that I came to have a perspective that is, like I say, a little bit different, and I'll tell you what it is. If you want to change the world, you get a woman to do it. Okay?
He said the death of his parents ultimately helped him discover his purpose.
My parents' car had been hit by a drunk driver. My father was killed on sight. My mother was in a coma, and she wasn't going to make it. And I remember driving all night long, getting to the hospital over in Pittsburgh. And I went into my mother's hospital room. And my worst fear in my whole life is that my parents would be killed in a car accident. And here it was, that bad nightmare coming true. But an amazing thing happened to me that day. A minister came to me and he said, "Do you believe in God?" Well, I said, "Of course I do." No. I don't mean, do you go to church? Do you believe in God? Do you believe there is a God? I'd spent so much of my young life around church, but I really couldn't answer the question. And so I then have spent 25 years of my life trying to figure out, in the early years, one, do I think there is a God? Do I think there is a creator who controls the universe and controls my life? And number two, will he be my friend? And can I rely on him? And what can that relationship really mean? If I have a relationship and I buy in and I'm willing to go forward, what does that mean for me? As horrible as that accident was, and as hard and as difficult that the years have been in terms of my research and efforts and arguments and study, I was able to take a really horrible thing and grow from it.
In conclusion, Kasich challenged the delegates to find their purpose and be centers of integrity and excellence.
Don't get yourself all tangled up with a bunch of knucklehead boys either, okay? And stay off the drugs, okay? And don't text and drive, okay? I know you hear this from Dad all the time. Well, you know, it's good advice. And someday you'll figure out, if you haven't already figured out, Dad's pretty smart. So I hope you're having a great time here. And remember, I hope that you'll just kind of stick this in the back of your head and think about it this summer, about what you want to be. And you know what? Don't be shy. Do not be shy. You knock on the door, and when they don't answer, you knock again. And if your knock doesn't work, sometimes you have to kick it down. That's what I've done in my lifetime. When I want something, I go get it. And that's exactly the way to think. Not at the exclusion of other people or other people's feelings, but I'm going to make the most of this life. And I'm looking forward to the life I'm going to have in the next world. Thanks for letting me come here today, okay? Good luck and God bless you.
Girls State Governor Emily Bender of Chardon also said a few words she hoped would inspire her fellow delegates.
There will be moments in your life when things will get hard, but I just want to let you know, tragedy will never define you. And I had a really inspirational moment with my city last night. And hearing that story from Kasich, like, he did come to Chardon, and it's not something that I wanted to define me. It's not something that I wanted to put out there about myself. But tragedy does not make who you are, it does not define you, and it will not create you, but it will influence you, and I just hope with that influence, you can learn to inspire.
Buckeye Girls State, a week-long government experience for high school-age students across the state, concludes Saturday. For the Alliance Review broadcast team, I'm Ruth Lang.